think that should have fixed it. I'm about to sneeze. Ugh. Apologies. Sorry, allergies are kicking my ass. They always have. Whoops. Alright, yeah, I haven't streamed in a minute. I don't have an excuse for why I haven't. It's literally, I haven't had the motivation to do it. With the... Hex is so laggy. I think it's because I haven't used him in a while, and it could also be... to do with the game that I'm playing. It is a generally very laggy game, especially on my computer, so ignore that part. But I do apologize for the very laggy gameplay that you're about to watch. I still have not gotten a new computer. I can't really say I've been working on that, because that would be a huge lie. But that's not really my fault. I need money. I don't have money. Yeah. I have been trying out this character on Space Marine because I've been playing Space Marine 2 again for no reason. Just decided last night that this is, or the other night that this is. God, I didn't mean to join a public. I didn't mean to join a public. Hold on. All right, well, we're restarting this. Y'all are about to get to see how long it takes me to load up Space Marine 2, because I did not mean to join a public game like that. Hey, Kaz. Sorry, I literally just put a Dorito in my mouth as he sent that. And hey, look at that. I actually have my options on. I can actually, like, delete messages now on Twitch again, finally. That was always one of my biggest issues. Is I couldn't really moderate my streams. I had to get my friend to do it, and I mean, I don't think she's always free to just get on and do it whenever. Like I said, this game's gonna take a second to reload. So I guess I can sit back for a second. Yeah, I don't have an excuse for not streaming. It was as simple as that. My streamings, or not my streamings. My streams kind of just weren't taking off, so I didn't care to continue to do them. But I felt like, why not try it out one last time? And out of anything, I'm gonna wait a while until I get a better point of being able to stream, like better computer, better stuff. Maybe that'll help me, you know, expand more, not just be streaming to one or two people here and there. Maybe I can actually stream to more, and that's the hope. And for the audio, I'm be honest, I have zero clue how the audio on this is about to sound, because I had it set up before I reset my computer, but recently I reset my computer and I no longer have the correct settings, so but yeah. Oh, my mic I'm not going to be able to fix. I'm going to tell you that much. My mic is at its max. I turned down the game audio. I can't make my mic any louder. My mic is a very old and slightly broken one, so I've always knew that, but I have no way of fixing that past just getting closer. And there's a point where I'm not able to fix. I can only get so much closer, and even then, it's not even that loud. The only way I could possibly have it any louder, which I'm not going to do, is if I were to go onto my Oculus, use virtual desktop, and use that as my mic. And that would just be annoying to do. Which I was thinking of actually streaming through VR today, because I've been playing a lot of the game Into the Radius 2. Great game. I love Into the Radius. I love Into the Radius 2. And I was sat there. I was thinking of playing it, but my problem was just as simple as, yeah, I could easily have done it, but might want to change the name. Did it not change? Yep, it didn't fucking change, of course. I changed it too. I changed it when I did this, when I started the stream. I don't know why it didn't change, but you know, fuck it. We ball. Hold on. Y'all get to listen to what the freak? Hopefully that fixes it. Yeah, because now it says intended for certain audiences. There we go. Because as y'all may or may not know, well, if it had shown the correct game, I'm playing Space Marine 2, or Warhammer Space Marine 2. Which I'm going to move Hex so that y'all have an idea of how much longer we're waiting. I'm just going to scoot him to the left. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't change, but we ball. And I have one more loading screen to go through. And then I have another loading screen to go through. I love this game and how long it takes me to play. But I can't really complain. The missions are long enough to where I don't really mind waiting forever and ever. We're just going to cover him back up. Yeah, YouTube's good. YouTube is behind. Or, oh, no, it's just not updating properly. Alright. Yeah, I don't know why I decided to not update and show the correct game. But we ball. Now, there's two ways I can play this right now. I can either, I can do the multiplayer missions by myself, because I'm not doing... I do not like playing with other people 90% of the time, unless it's somebody that I know, which the people in chat would already know this. Or I can do the campaign, but I've already done the campaign multiple times. So it's either... I've actually done every mission in this game. I've already completed it for the most part. I just need... I'm debating between doing, yeah, I'm just debating between doing the PvE and the campaign right now. Because the PvE, I get different abilities than the campaign. The campaign, you have this one ability, but more weapon choices. So it's more, do I want to play with the Thunderhammer, or do I want to play with the Power Axe? Because that's like the two weapons I use, other than the chainsword, but... I don't know what that was. I saw that went through my mic. I think it's my nephew going crazy in the other room again. I mean, I can still use the power hammer on this. It's just like... I would need to remember which... Oh, wait, no, I remember why I don't use it. It's because it's on one class that I barely played, but I'll play it. Weeball. I feel like I made the chat go away way too quickly. Let's change that. Let's change that back to as it was. Let's make it... Let's make it 40 seconds. Throwing more balls than Jordan? What does that mean? Alright, my nephew is back to screaming. That is wonderful news. Yeah. I love how my game looks horrible and just slowly gets better as I approach. And it's also very laggy. Yes, Assault class has the... Which I was really tempted to try out the Power Fist, because it's just funny to me that I can beat the hell out of somebody for no reason. Try this on more damage and cleaving potential. My least favorite part of this class is you don't get a primary. This class only actually gives you the secondary, which isn't too bad. I do tend to focus more on my bolt pistol, so it's not the end of the world. 1 through 13. First of all, let me make sure I actually put this in a private. And don't. Let's just do quick match. That'll make it easy for me. Well, it's just gonna be the one that I did last night. And I just have to replay the same one. The one I played last night is a actually cool map in my opinion. Cause it gives you a weapon that you don't get to use at any other point. So I've been staring at the same loading screen in 2 different games the past couple days. I've been playing so much Space Marine 2 and Darktide that... And they both have the exact same loading screen, other than, like, Darktide's more cinematic and there's different people. Because Darktide, you're playing as, you know, people that are sent to prison, basically. I'm trying to set this so it actually picks up properly. But then it's going to pick up too much sometimes. Especially when I'm not talking. That's really annoying. I have to get this all set up properly again. I am most worried about the audio when I'm actually in game, when there's like all the fighting and everything happening. So when we get to that point, we're gonna need somebody to pay attention to that. Because I'm not gonna be able to. Loading screen's only a couple more seconds, if I'm correct. Or not seconds, but... It's the one problem I have with this game, is the amount of loading time. But, once again, that's my computer being bad. I can't figure out why this wants to not work properly, but... We ball. We ball. We wait. You see, I was very happy because last night I got to watch Project Hail Mary, or I got to finish it. I actually started the other night, but I was watching it with my mom, and she has work, so I kind of had to pause. But Loki was a fire movie. I would recommend it to anybody. Yeah, I don't care.
Have you received new orders from Akaran? We have, brother. Moving to point now.
Now we watch as my game lags constantly throughout the entire stream.
But be warned, it will hurt. Not as much as it hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, watch it. You never know if you're gonna like it until you watch it, so. I love the executions in this game. Do we have anything over here? I loot a little bit when I play this game, mostly because, like, I'll notice that there's a different way to go, and that normally means that there's something. The hammer is very powerful. Game's not too much louder compared to me, right?
This lift is our path to the bridge and beyond.
Half the reason I like having, oh great, there's a Hellbrute. Alright, good, good. I need to stop focusing on. Every time I see the fact that I have the ability to, I think it was, what's it called? Pistol strike or whatever it's called. When I see I have the ability to do a more powerful attack, I always focus on it, but I need to stop because it just allows me to get hit by the second attack in the combo. And great. Just my luck. How'd I take damage through my armor? I'm not doing good now. Why does it say I have a little bit of armor, but I don't? Most Warhammer games don't have the need for knowledge past just, like, who they are. I had gotten Space Marine 2 and Darktide with zero knowledge of, what this is. There is a free one up right now, on Steam. If you go to the, like, discounted games, Gladius of War is free. It's one of those, like, top-down, turn-based strategic games. But I highly recommend it anyways. I have played it a little bit, and you can play it multiplayer. But yeah, most of them don't really require much knowledge into what Space Marine, or like what any Warhammer thing is, as long as you just know the basic source material. Like, you know, for Space Marine 2, you want to know that they're Space Marines. You gotta know that Space Marines are just big, powerful guys, basically. Fighting for, fighting for the Emperor. Simple as that. Which there's, of course, more. But I feel like any game, you don't really need the knowledge. You just need to know what it is. To be said for anything. For a moment, I thought he looked like the one guy from Invincible. Can't remember his name now. General Krieg. That's who. That's who I'm thinking of.
There is a route through that burial.
I need ammo, like, horribly bad right now. Also, if one thing I should probably add on, if you're getting a Warhammer game specifically to learn about Warhammer, it's not going to help you. Warhammer, you learn through learning. You'd actually have to sit down for hours and hours and hours of reading. It's not something that's going to get adapted properly into a game. The only way they'd be able to... The only way that they can properly adapt something to a game is something like this, where it focuses on... Well, even then, this doesn't do a huge proper example, because you'd still need to focus on each faction, because, you know, there's Space Marines, and then, for an example, that's an Ultramarine, this is a Salamander. Like, there's different, chapters of, I think I said factions, which is wrong, but there's different chapters of each Space Marine as well.
Long have the dead rested. We must not allow them to be disturbed.
Why? Where did... Did I forget to set... Hold on. I think I forgot to set the blink to be... Nope, I set it to be blink. I don't know why his eyes just disappeared.
This darkness blinds our eyes, weakens our spirit, and seeks our death. We should check that stand strong. Its light will keep this poison darkness.
Oh, this is the worst possible time to be playing this class.
Carrying it will impair my combat prowess, brothers.
Because I can't give this to anybody else.
You are rerouted, but continue on course. Make haste. The relic shall light our path. Disrupt the battlefield.
Which I do at least have the ability to attack. It's just I'm not as... It doesn't even tell me. Like, it's more, I have the ability to keep enemies away. I don't know which way I'm going. Do I have to set this down to see where I'm going? I actually don't play this mission. I played this mission once so far. Ugh, I keep sneezing. I've been sneezing all day, and I start streaming, and next thing you know, I want to sneeze constantly. Just my luck. I think I know why the blink isn't working. Hold on. I can't remember how to change the layer. See if that fixes it. Now it's just not going to do it. Dust my room. Shut up. How about that? LEGs just want to kick my ass. That's my problem. Why do I have a Discord notification? Oh. A Discord notification from... yes. I love how there's some random bot tried to send something in a chat. Yeah, that's not nice. Alright, I'm just gonna drop a melted bomb. Can't wait for this Friday. I keep talking about this, but this Friday I'm going to watch the Backrooms movie. But I need to make sure before I go that it's even showing at the theater I'm going to. Because I'm going to a small town theater. But I haven't been able... They haven't put it up on their website yet. We're just going to roll up here. Put that there. And let's actually fight. If I can, you know, properly. Yes, it's this Friday.
Find a way to spread out the relic's light.
May 29th, aka this Friday. God, I hate these things. These have got to be one of the most annoying enemies in the game. Oh wait, I still have a melted bomb. Oh, dude is lucky. Not as lucky the second time around. Yep. Streaming the worst gameplay possible. I love being so goated at games.
We cannot awaken all the consoles if we do not have sufficient light.
Which, speaking of that movie... Oh, come on. Are they just showing the same movies over and over again for another week? Gosh darn it, dude. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna see the price to go to the better theater around here. Let's see. I'm just going out of my way to look at this. Let's see. Oh, I guess that's not horrible. I'd have to talk to people.
Connecting to console. Transmission requires user oversight.
Well, I went ahead and looked it up. Yeah, it's not like a horrible price. It's still going to be annoying because I'm not paying for just me when I go. Because due to asking so last minute, I was going to pay for whoever came with me. As long as they could get me a ride to the place. I'll have to see though. Nah, that ruins my plans because the price for each person of going to the theater that I would have to go to now would be. Oh wait, I'm supposed to leave this behind. I'm stupid. I was not paying attention.
I will engage this console.
I'm just gonna need to hope for that price. Also, the price depends on which theater you're looking at. Getting fikered? What?
The relic sits with the altar. We must awaken the consoles. I will engage this console.
It's a little annoying that I had to go out of my way to take damage. Anything for the Emperor, I guess.
Interaction with the liturgical console reawakened. Blessings granted.
Oops.
All liturgical consoles have been restored. Obstruction has been cleared.
So I need my phone to let me call again, so that I can talk to my friend about this.
We must take the relic.
I'm assuming there's a bunch of pedestals specifically so that, like, somebody could set it down and let their teammate grab it, because that would just make sense. It's just like that you lose out on your weapon-specific, executions when you're holding this. Because there's a couple weapon-specific, and then there's some that are, like, every weapon does, because it, you know, it'll be your hands, it won't be, like, it won't be a weapon. Hey, I forgot I can't. Let me look more at that website when I'm done with this. By this, I mean the entire stream, not just this level. I promise I'm not going to go back to staring at my phone, trying to figure out prices for stuff. I'm just going to leave them with that. I'm just going to keep going. Very nice. What are they going to do? Get mad at me? Oh, I get to fight that dude. Oh yeah, I get pissed off by this part. I just dislike how little room you have. That's the only reason I dislike this part. Let's see.
We stand here. The next altar remains out of our reach. Stay close to the altar until the lands are aligned.
I wish that the AI like actually, I don't know if it normally would give more progress if there's other people with you, but I feel like it would make sense, and I dislike that the AI doesn't do it in that sense.
This alignment will not allow us to reach an altar.
Does this thing take any longer?
This is not a path we can take. We need the lands to take further. Commencing reload. The sorcerer thinks the fallen and polluted will stop us. He is wrong.
I was kind of debating on doing Helldivers instead of this, but I'm like, they're practically the same game. One's just more health. You go out, kill a bunch of aliens that don't look like you, and that's it. Especially the Xenos, or not Xenos, the Tyranids. If you kill the Tyranids, that's literally just the bugs from Helldivers, except for like the original bugs, before they decided to change it and add on new variants of bugs. That's pissed me off ever since that came out. Should I get Helldivers? Recently it's been getting review bombed because of the community disliking the choices, mostly due to we get promised something. As long as you, like, don't listen to what's being planned, like, you know, there was 8-player missions for a while, there was, like, open maps and 8-player missions was being teased for, like, 3 years now. Not literally 3 years, but, you know, just a decent chunk of time. So, of course, people were excited about that, and they just still haven't done it. So that's why people are review bombing the game. As long as you don't listen to that and you just play, it's a good game. Especially if you're just literally playing to play. There's nothing really wrong with the game. I was also thinking about getting back into Voices of the Void. Yeah, balancing's always going to be a problem, but that's every game. I don't know a single game that has, like, proper, amazing balancing. It's especially with how many weapons they have. I am interested to see what they do with the, Helldivers and Warhammer Bond, because I did just tease that, but I know I'm not going to get it anytime soon. I have like 2 war bonds, so well, I guess the balancing could also be more towards like, no, that can be reasonable. There is some times where, yeah, they do actually have good points. So, do look at some of them. But, for the most part, it's... Some enemies are a little bit stronger than the others. Just see how... Play it how you want to play it if you play it. Know that some things are a little harder. Know some things are better in, like, most ways. But, you know, it's still a decent game. I'm probably not going to stream as long as I normally do. Mostly because... AKA, I think that was the end of this mission, so, yeah. I also just realized that it gave me a Twitch drop for watching this, even though that's just me playing the game. Let's see. That's really funny. I mean, it's not that, like, amazing, but... Oh, what's this? Hold on. I'll do that later. I don't actually really care. It's barely anything for... Yeah, it's watching something and getting rewards, but even then, the only one I'd care for is the honor points, which would take longer. I need a new chair. I don't think my stream over on YouTube ever got a single person watching. Well, I might come back around to streaming again, especially due to it being summer. I don't really got to worry about, you know, what time I'm getting on and off. Just mostly got to be worried about myself. I don't want to stay awake too long or something. But this could last for longer streams, more streams, blah, blah, blah. We'll see how it goes, but... yeah. Hopefully this won't be my last one. Hopefully I'll actually come back around to streaming a lot more, and... yeah, just overall... hopefully this starts me back onto wanting to stream. Well, I'm not sure yet. I'll have to figure it out as I go. But for now, as we unlock everything, I'm gonna call the stream here. I know it's earlier than normal, but I guess early doesn't mean horrible. I'll come around to play again at some point, I guess, but I'll see you. Bye. Is YouTube still going? Why is YouTube still going? Where's YouTube at? You can't keep going, YouTube. YouTube, I told you to stop, YouTube. So we're gonna